for our MLA formatting, we have the two different types of citations, the in-text that goes within the text of your essay, and the works cited page, which is a page all its own. So within the text of your essay, does anybody remember how to cite within the text? Yes. It's called parenthetical reference, and it's within parentheses. And what pieces of information do you need for the parenthetical or the in-text reference?
The author's name, the page number.
Depending on what it is.
But generally, what do you need? The author's
and
name,
page number.
and the page number. Two pieces of information. Author's last name, page number. And that's it. Now you can do your in-text citations a little bit different than this. If you mention the author's name actually within the text of your article, like say, like according to Jane Doe, professor of history at blah 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 university. So if you do that, which is called a lead-in to your quotation, which is a good thing to do, by the way, because it lets your audience know where this information is coming from, right? So if you say, according to Jane Doe, and tell her credentials, what her background is, and then you give your quotation, blah, 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 end quotation. You don't have to put it again at the end here. You don't have to put it again in parentheses.
Nothing, or a page number?
You can put the page number, but I'm talking about the author's name. So, at the very least, you would, without this, you would need author's name in parentheses at the end. But if you have it, within the text of your essay up here somewhere, you don't need it here. You would just put the page number. Now, if there is no author, what do you do there? Like, there are plenty of web sources, government sources in particular, I'm thinking, that don't have an author listed. So what would you do here, or even here?
Put the website.
Yeah, just put the title, whether it's the website or whether it's an article from a journal or a newspaper. So if there's no author, then you just substitute the title, but only if there's no author. And if there's no page number, then what?
Can't put a page number.
Yeah, don't make up one. So just leave that part out. And with most websites, you're not going to have page numbers. Some of them might, but generally you're not. So that's the in-text. That's the easy part, right? Just the author's last name, page number if there is one. A lot of times there's not even a page number. So is everybody comfortable with that part? And if you're having trouble with this, maybe you use some other format for your English 101 course, or if you took a course at a different college. When you're doing your rough drafts, I can help you with any problem areas and say, yeah, this is right, or this is not right, and here's what you need to do, sort of thing. So don't stress out too much about this, at least not at this point. So that takes us to the works cited page. So if you will turn in your handbook to page 390. We're going to be working somewhere around 390, 389 in there. So if you look at page 390, it's kind of a flow chart, I guess. I can't remember exactly what this is called. But this is going to help you find what type of source you have and how to find the example that goes with that that's located in your textbook. So, let's take our handout. We're just doing Part B. We're not going to worry about Part A. We're doing Part B. And yes, for those of you who took 101, this is the exact same thing. Doing it again, so. Or should I say, those of you who took 101 with me, this is a repeat. So, let's just take the first one. We have a book with 276 pages titled Building a Better Tomorrow, written by John Talbot and James Wilson, that was published in 1981 in New York by Ignatius Press. So what type of source do we have? A book, right. So if we go to number 1 on our flowchart here on page 390, is the source a book or part of a book?
Yes.
Yes, so we follow the yes arrow. So we see examples 1 through 23. So if we page through here, we can see that actually number 1 starts on the previous page. And it keeps going all the way to 23. So let's just start with number 1. Number 1 says a book by one author.
No.
Do we have one author? No. We have 2 authors, right? So where would we start? Number 2. Yep, book by 2 or 3 authors. And all we do is look at the examples that they give, and they give us 2 of them here. And we just follow the example that your book uses. So what we're going to do now is we're going to turn on our computers, and we're going to go to Microsoft Word, and we're going to type up some of this.